A private life is a happy life. Sometimes it feels better not to talk at all about anything. Don't say yes to everyone to make them comfortable. Check with yourself too before you commit. Every person has three faces. Firstly, the one we show to the world and strangers. Secondly, the one we show to family, spouses, and close friends. And thirdly, the one we show only to ourselves. It is unrealistic to expect people to see you as you see yourself. Never bend your head, always hold it high. Look the world straight in the eye. Rules for happiness. Something to do, someone to love, something to hope for. The first step to getting anywhere is deciding you're not willing to stay where you are. The true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. Don't say someday. Say now, for someday may never come. Whoever fights can lose. Whoever doesn't fight is already lost. Nature hath given men one tongue but 2 ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak. Take a deep breath. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. You can always earn money. It's not a big deal. Your world is not going to end because you don't have a fixed income. Something else will work out. The average of 5 is real. If you really want to know someone, look at the 5 people they talk to the most and spend the most time with. Thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and its life will not get any shorter. Happiness doesn't diminish when you share it. At first, you choose a partner based on appearance and enjoy it until you realize that your children will be raised not based on appearance, but based on values. If you expect the world to be fair with you because you are fair, you're fooling yourself. That's like expecting the lion not to eat you because you didn't eat him. You will be disappointed and heartbroken multiple times, but it's how you respond that matters. Life is a boxing game. Defeat is not declared when you fall down. It is declared when you refuse to get up. Use things, not people. Love people, not things. Time is your most valuable resource. There are no refunds or second chances for the time you waste. Every journey begins with the first step. You make the best decisions when in pain, because fear of experiencing the same pain again is the strongest motivator. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. You've got to do what's right for you, even if it hurts some people you love. If you're trying to break a habit, don't say, "This is the last time I'm doing it," to yourself. Instead, say, "This is the first time I'm not doing it." Never compare your life with others. They may seem better than you, but they have some problems which are never ever heard by you. If they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. There's no greater waste of time than justifying your actions to people who have a life you don't want. Don't ignore a problem you see coming from a mile away. That foresight is a gift. Don't squander it. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. Decision-making, like coffee, needs a cooling process. Learn to cook a few basic dishes. It's a valuable life skill. Any thought you have about the future is a delusion. You can't cross the ocean until you lose sight of the shore. Embrace solitude as a time for reflection and self-discovery. Don't be afraid to express vulnerability. It shows strength. People, in essence, do not grow up. They only get old. The way you treat others reflects who you are, not who they are. In the face of adversity, remember that diamonds are made under pressure. Not everything in this world should be your problem. Some things are simply none of your business. Focus on the issues that affect you directly. You will be much happier that way. Your value is not determined by someone else's inability to see your worth. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forwards. With every failure comes the experience needed to do better. You spend all your health initially for wealth, and then you spend all your wealth for one day of good health. Be careful who you call your friends. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. Fiction is the lie through which we tell the truth. Problems cannot be solved with the same level of thinking that created them. When we give someone our time, we actually give a portion of our life that we will never take back. You don't have to feel good about it. You just have to keep going. The feeling will pass, but you will remain. Lower your expectations. Having high expectations of yourself and of others is a recipe for chronic dissatisfaction in life. Learn to handle rejection gracefully. It's a part of life. If a man is as wise as a serpent, he can afford to be as harmless as a dove. Your friends' problems become your problems. The smaller your social circle, the fewer problems you have. Today is the oldest you've ever been in your life, and the youngest you'll ever be again. Whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. A ship in the harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. Not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some will even go out of their way to see you fail. If people took back the pain they caused you, you'd lose the strength you gained. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Success is 5% brains and 95% consistency. Learn to be sufficient and realize you are immortal, who will suffer horribly later if you don't become independent and resourceful. When you try to please everybody, you almost always please nobody. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. In order to empathize with someone's experience, you must be willing to believe them as they see it, and not how you imagine their experience to be. Do not look back when leaving. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. When anger rises, think of the consequences. The fact that people do not learn from the mistakes of history is the most important lesson of history. No wise man ever wished to be younger. At your life's darkest moments, you'll see the most clearly. Do not postpone joy for the sake of the future. Tomorrow is promised to no one. The hardest part is at the beginning of the journey. The rocket loses 90% of its fuel during takeoff. If you want to get rich, think of saving as earning. Stop worrying about what other people think. Honestly, who gives a shit? When you laugh, people laugh with you. And when you cry alone. It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not weakness. That is life. Don't tell anyone what you think or what you know. Keep your secrets to yourself, because a friend of today could be an enemy by tomorrow.